delicious Callaloo stuffed chicken breast. Looks so delicious. I can't wait to eat. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. So today we're going to be making some stuffed chicken breast, and I'm going to be using Callaloo to stuff the chicken breast. If you don't have Callaloo, you can also use spinach, so not to worry. Alright, so I have some chicken breast, 4 pieces, and the first thing that I'm going to do is to season the chicken breast. So the first seasoning I'm going to be using is some paprika. I've already washed the chicken breast in some vinegar and water solution, pat dry them. So now here I am seasoning them. Just a generous amount of paprika, then some Maggi all-purpose, again generous amount, some black pepper, and some crushed red pepper, some garlic powder, generous amount again, and lastly some EasiSpice Chicken, a little bit, and then I'm just gonna get everything together into the chicken. This is a quick and easy recipe, and it's also delicious. So that's it, chicken breast all done. So now we move on to the next step. Alright, so now it's time to do the filling for the chicken breast. I have some steamed Callaloo, and if you want to know how to steam Callaloo, the link to that will be in the description of this video. So I have some steamed Callaloo and I have some cream cheese. Now I'm using a half a block of cream cheese because I only have 4 chicken breasts, and this is the brand cream cheese that I'm using, Philadelphia. But before I do this, I have to make a pocket for the chicken breast to put the filling in. So I'm just gonna take 1 chicken breast, get my knife, and I'm just gonna slice it at the side about 3/4 inch in. So like this, and that's where I'm gonna stuff the Callaloo. And you do it for all of them. You take your knife, slice it about 3/4 in. You have to make sure you slice it in the middle, because if there's a hole at the bottom, then your filling is gonna fall off. So please make sure that there's no hole in your chicken breast either. And then the last one. Alright, so I'm done making the pockets for the chicken breast. So now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to mix the Callaloo with the cream cheese. But first I have to crush the cream cheese. Okay, and then to that I'm going to be adding about maybe a couple tablespoons. So about 4 tablespoons of the steamed Callaloo. And then you mix together. And it depends on how much cheese you want in there too, then you put accordingly. And you mix well. Alright, so that's done. So now I'm gonna take each of my chicken breasts and I'm gonna fill it up with the stuffing, the cream cheese and the steamed callaloo. So like that. And then I'm gonna close it off with a toothpick, because you don't want, when it's cooking, the filling is falling out. So I'm gonna close it with a toothpick. So I take my toothpick and I'm gonna stick it here. It. So this one is done. So now I'm going to Alright, so now the coating for the chicken breast. First, half cup of all-purpose flour. Then a tablespoon of baking powder, a tablespoon of cornstarch. To that I'm going to be adding a little black pepper, about 1/4 teaspoon, and then some paprika, the same amount, about 1/4 teaspoon. Mix. Gonna roll the chicken breast in the coating. So I'll take each piece and I'm just gonna roll it in there. That's it. Place it on my plate. And to the next one, roll it. Shake off any excess flour. Alright guys, so I have my frying pan on the stove. Flame is at medium. I poured about a 1/4 cup cooking oil in there. So now I'm just gonna put the chicken breast inside. I'm just gonna brown both sides. It's okay if it's not fully cooked because we're gonna finish it off in the oven. Oil is hot, so place the chicken breast inside the frying pan. And when one side is brown, we brown the other side, and that's it. Alright, so I'm also going to be making some sweet potato casserole. I have some sweet potatoes that I've already washed and peeled. Place them in the pot with some water. So now I'm going to be adding some sea salt to taste. And then I'll just close the lid and allow the potatoes to cook. Okay guys, so the potatoes are all done cooked. I drained the water off. Now I'm gonna be adding some raisins and some cranberries. You add according to your preference. You can add either or. Okay, so either the cranberry or the raisins. Then I'm gonna be adding some milk and margarine. I warmed the milk about 2/3 cup, and then I put 2 tablespoons of margarine in there. So now I'm gonna be adding that to the potato, and then I'm gonna mash the potato. Alright, so I'm done mashing the potatoes. I have my Pyrex dish ready that I'm going to be putting the mashed potato in. I have my oven that is already preheated at 350 degrees. Then I'm gonna put the mashed sweet potato in there. So pour all the mixture in. And then just gonna level it off a little. And then place it in 350 degrees. Alright, so chicken breast all done browning. They're in my casserole dish and ready for the oven. My oven is already preheated at 400 degrees, so I'm gonna put them in there for 20 minutes and then they're all done. Alright, so now that the chicken is in the oven, I'm just gonna make a quick sauce for it. So first, tropical rhythm sorrel, half bottle. So half of it. Then I'm gonna put some pimento berries inside, and I'll bring it to a boil. Alright, so now that that's boiling, I'm gonna be adding some fish and meat sauce. A tablespoon. Then a little black pepper. A pinch of black pepper. And then some cornstarch to thicken. Now I'm just gonna let that simmer for a minute or two and it's all done. And that's it. The sauce is all done. That's it. It's looking really good. And this is the sauce for my stuffed callaloo chicken breast. And that's it, everyone. A simple and delicious sweet potato casserole. And that's it. Stuffed chicken breast all done. So now I'm gonna plate it and let you see what it looks like inside. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. And that's what our callaloo stuffed chicken breast looks like, with a side of simple and delicious sweet potato casserole. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video.